Welcome to The Explainer. So today we're going to talk about something simple but really powerful. What if the greatest happiness isn't hiding in some grand adventure, but it's actually found in the quiet, predictable rhythm of our everyday lives? We're going to unpack a story that finds this deep, quiet happiness in the grace of constant returns. All right, so let's set the scene here. It sounds super ordinary, right? You can almost hear it. Footsteps, bits of conversation, just the general sound of a city winding down. But this very ordinary, everyday setting is the stage for a really powerful idea about where we can find real happiness. So, first up, we meet our main character. And what's interesting is that their evening routine, it isn't just a list of actions. It's more like a deliberate ritual, a way that ground themselves in the here and now. Now, look at what's not happening here. There's no scrolling through social media, no frantic texting, no trying to fill every empty second with something. This is a conscious choice, right? A decision to disconnect from all that digital noise and just be present. And that simple choice transforms a boring wait into something kind of mindful. And this gets us to the real heart of the experience. The waiting isn't just some annoying hurdle you have to get through before your life can start again. The waiting is the experience. And believe it or not, it holds some quiet wisdom if you're willing to pay attention. So as our character just sits and waits, the world around them keeps going. It unfolds in these tiny, ordinary moments. The tea seller finishing his workday, a kid heading home, the streetlights flickering on one by one. These aren't huge, dramatic events, but they are the actual texture of life itself. And here's the crucial point. This isn't about being nosy or just bored. It's a skill that's been learned through doing it over and over. Patience. It's the ability to just observe the world without demanding that it entertains you every single second. Yeah, and there's a fantastic term for this: active patience. It's not that passive, frustrating kind of waiting where you're just tapping your foot. Nope. This is an active practice of really living in the moment, of finding all the richness that's hidden in the spaces between the big events of your day. So the bus finally arrives, and this brings us to the next part of the evening. And it makes you wonder, does every journey we take really need to have some huge, grand destination? It kind of challenges how we normally think about progress. The bus finally gets there. It's not some sleek, modern machine, you know. It groans and sighs, almost as if it's just as tired as its passengers. The journey itself is just as beautifully ordinary as the wait was. The focus here is all about that shared, quiet, human experience. There's no drama, no main character saving the day. It's just a space filled with people lost in their thoughts, watching the lights pass by the windows. Just the simple collective act of heading home. And this is where we get to the real emotional heart of the story. It's not about the excitement of arriving at some new place, but about the deep, profound relief of returning to the familiar. See, the journey doesn't end with a surprise party or some big revelation. It ends with something simple, reliable, and known. A small house waiting at the end of the lane. The comfort here is in its predictability. This tiny little detail, it's everything. That one single light is like a beacon. It signals warmth, safety, and that quiet comfort of knowing you are expected, that a space has been held just for you. Okay, this part is so interesting. Before going into the final sanctuary of home, there's this pause, a moment of reflection, a quick look back at the path they just traveled, the journey completed for another day. It's a quiet moment of acknowledgement. And here it is, the absolute central truth of this entire story. The smile isn't because of some big win or lucky break. It's a smile of deep, deep contentment, born from the simple peace of things just being okay. A safe journey, a waiting home. The absence of chaos is its own special kind of joy. So let's unpack this final, really powerful idea. In a culture that is so often obsessed with novelty and excitement, this story suggests that sameness itself can be an incredible source of grace. Now, this might sound like a description of a pretty monotonous, boring life, but it's reframed here as a promise. It's a promise of stability, of reliability, of a rhythm you can count on in a world that is so often unpredictable. This whole philosophy gives us a powerful alternative to that constant chase for more, bigger, better. It's about 1, embracing routine and finding comfort there. 2, valuing stability and recognizing that nothing went wrong is a huge form of happiness.
And three, redefining what enough really means. Finding grace in having enough is, well, it's every.
And that's the thought I really want to leave you with. As we're all out there navigating our own daily journeys, our own waits at our own bus stops, maybe the most profound peace isn't waiting for us in some grand future event. Maybe it's already here, hidden in the quiet grace of the ordinary.